Hello and welcome to Kyoto. My name is Jana and you're watching Curves on the Road. Most of the influencers start their vlogs somewhere at the shrines or temples, but as you know me, where else would I start that? Yes, at the Snow Monkeys Hill. We are in Kyoto, Arashiyama part, and there's so-called monkey park where you can see the snow monkeys in their natural habitat and you can even feed them. So we will do that. But a little warning, this is how you have to get here. If you're traveling from Tokyo, you will need to take a Shinkansen train. We are leaving Tokyo by Shinkansen train. It's the bullet train that goes between the two cities. It will take us around 2 hours to get to Kyoto. When you're buying the tickets, be careful if you get the QR code. There's just a human line. There's a person dealing with it. You can just scan the QR code wherever and go, no matter what they say. So it was a little bit confusing. Give yourself more time. My advice is at least an hour to deal with everything so that you have time to buy yourself some bento box. The train is not very cheap, but there's a lot of space for your legs and a place to charge your phone. Once you finally arrive at Kyoto, you can start the trip to the Snow Monkeys. Spoiler alert, it won't be easy.
Ah, my old enemy. Stairs.
Yeah, stairs. My arch enemy, we meet again. Why, all the things I want to see have to be on a freaking mountain.
Come on. Almost there. What? No! Oh, no!
Cash only for my lazy people who don't like monkeys that much. You might skip this one. A lot of stairs. Let's see if we see some monkeys at least. You can always take a rest in some benches around, which is good. Might need it on the way back. As you're approaching the top, they'll tell you some basic rules as what to do to ensure the monkeys and you are both safe. You should be more than 2 meters from the monkeys. You can feed them only in the cage and only the food that you buy there from the park. And you're not supposed to stare them in the eyes because they might understand it as a threat. If you plan to do this with your little one, like a cutesy 1-hour activity, consider if your kid has way too much energy and loves to hike, because if not, you'd be carrying it up. Only a few final steps. If you're asking why I'm recording so much of this boring footage, is because I need a rest, guys. Forget everything I said, it's totally worth it. The snow monkeys live on the hill, so there is basically almost zero chance that you wouldn't get to see them. They are roaming freely, they are absolutely free, there are no barriers between you and the monkeys. Of course, you should obey the rules by all means, but it's super cute to see these animals without any bars or restrictions. For 100 yen, you can buy 1 package of food for the monkeys. You can buy basically as many packages as you want. Do you want a nut, Mr. Monkey? Yes? It's perfect. You're in the cage and they're free. I love this concept. Every place should have this. you buy just one bag, get more the peanuts. They're easier to get through the... One more apple, baby. There you go.
Apart from the cute monkeys, you can also get a good view of the whole city of Kyoto. I felt that the monkeys were happy there and safe. Of course, there is some hierarchy between them, and the dominant males are chasing away the other monkeys from where they can get the food. But generally, I think the monkeys enjoy it, and that's why I support this place, because I don't think there's any harm done to the animals. And you still get to see them very close. The monkeys knew that they would only get food from the cage, so they are not like the coachi in Argentina where they are trying to steal your backpack or attacking you. They basically don't mind you really unless you're in the cage and you have food. Then you might be a friend for a little while. Of course, just only till the food runs out. We spent about an hour playing with the monkeys, but then it was time to go and see other beautiful parts of Kyoto. There are 17 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Kyoto. I didn't get to see all of them this time, but I'll show you some, and hopefully next time I'll get to see the rest. But first to the attraction that everybody wants to see, and maybe that might be the problem. It's the bamboo forest in Arashiyama.
We're at the famous Arashiyama bamboo forest. It was supposed to be a serene place to meditate and just listen to the wind in the bamboo, but in fact it's so overcrowded with tourists that you can't get a solid picture, and the serenity is gone. Like, there's no peace and quiet here. So I don't know, without people, 10 out of 10. Beautiful, gorgeous, but with the crowds, I don't know. Judge for yourself. I'll show you some footage.
There is no entry fee to the bamboo forest, and you can easily go through the whole path in 45 minutes, 1 hour.
Say bamboo. I'm not sure if I will not ruin that, how impressive it is, but you know that bamboo grows really, really fast. It's the fastest growing, one of the fastest growing plants, so I don't think this took too long to grow.
Actually, there are already records about the bamboo growth from 794 AD. So, yeah, it's a bit older than I thought. This area served as a retreat for nobles and aristocrats who enjoyed its beauty and serenity. Out of serenity to hustle and bustle of Kyoto's market. The main part is about food, which I have in a separate video about Japanese food, and now I'll just show you what else you can buy. One of the most favorite souvenirs is hashi, or the chopsticks. And these ceramic figurines are the holders for the chopsticks when you're not actually using them.
We are at the Yasaka Shrine, at the part of Kyoto that is called Gion, and that one's famous for their geisha. Not sure if we're gonna get to see some, but if we do, I'll share the footage with you.
We didn't end up seeing geishas, but honestly, they even put some rules so that the tourists don't bother the geishas, so maybe I'm glad we didn't contribute to the bad reputation of European tourists. Look at the statue, the eyes look so real. Apparently somebody painted it so that it really looks lifelike. Yasaka Shrine is one of the most famous shrines in Kyoto. It was founded over 1350 years ago. This area is free to enter 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. In the year 869, a terrible epidemic caused the emperor to call for the Shinto ritual to appease the vengeful spirits. The representative used 66 pikes for each of 66 regions in the country at that time. Eventually, the ritual became an annual event known as Gion Matsuri. The pikes became transportable shrines, or floats as we know them, and they travel through the central streets of Kyoto every year in summer.
Animal break. Ah, come on, baby. That's a heron.
You can still experience this festival to this day if you come at the summertime. The Yasaka Pagoda or Yasaka Tower is one of the dominants of the Gion area, and it used to be part of a religious complex, but now it basically stands alone. It is very popular to rent a kimono in Kyoto or Tokyo and pose for pictures in the ancient temples. We were there in October, but we still got to experience some local festival. There were people on horses dressed in the traditional attire. It was very interesting. So just keep your eyes open, and even if you're not there at the main festival time, you might get to see some Japanese traditions. We have also passed by the cutest pet store I've ever seen. I've seen one like this in Paris, in France, back in the day when I was little, but then they disappeared, and I believe in Europe it is forbidden to present the animals like this. In every part of Kyoto you will find a little shrine or a place of worship. This one had a sacred cow for a good luck, so we rubbed its head and its belly. In most of the shrines you'll find a fountain that serves as a place for cleansing before performing the rituals or prayers. You're supposed to wash your hands and your mouth.
There are thousands of temples and shrines in Kyoto. Lots of them are overpacked with tourists, but some, like this one, are rather peaceful. There are not that many people. I wonder why. Maybe they're not that old, or they were rebuilt recently. But if you want to get the vibe, the architecture in, I would recommend something like this where you don't have to fight with hundreds of people for one picture.
As you can see, I have brought my own kimono style dress from home to do a little photo shoot at the temples. If you're plus size like me and you're worried you wouldn't fit properly in the kimono that you can rent, do a little research on the internet and you can buy yours and bring it, and you will fit right in. If you wanted to visit this place, it's called Higashi Honganji Temple. Another typical Japanese thing are these koi carps. This fish is colorful and is meant to bring good luck to the owners of the pond.
Let's go in. If you're wondering why some places are called temples and some are called shrines, it's because it's a different religion. If there's a temple in the name, it means it's Buddhist temple, while when it's a shrine, it's for the Shinto religion. Buddhism has set rules and things you should obey, while Shintoism is more free-spirited.
This temple is sometimes called the Eastern Monastery of the Original Vow. It is one of the two dominant subsects of Shin Buddhism in Japan. The temple grounds feature a mausoleum that contains the ashes of Shin Buddhism founder Shinran. Originally constructed in 1604, these halls were rebuilt most recently in 1895 after being destroyed by fire 4 times. They have been acclaimed for their technological excellence and harmonious beauty by architects from all over the world. And our final stop in Kyoto will be Fushimi Inari Shrine. If the name doesn't ring a bell to you, maybe if I say thousands of torii gates? If you see pictures from Japan where people are standing in corridors made of hundreds of red gates, chances are it is here in Fushimi Inari. Obviously, this is not the only place where you can admire these gates, but this one is the most famous, most popular, and unfortunately most visited. So if you want to take pictures with no people around, you might have some walking and stairs climbing ahead.
If you're asking how many stairs there are to the Fushimi Inari, the answer is a lot. We're here like an hour before sunset and it's still super packed.
Fushimi Inari is the most important of several thousand of shrines dedicated to Inari, the Shinto god of rice. The foxes that you can see as the statues all around the complex are thought to be Inari's messengers. Fushimi Inari Shrine has ancient origins, predating the capital's move to Kyoto in 794.
It's definitely a bad idea to go for the monkey park and Fushimi Inari in one day. First of all, it's in the opposite sides of the city, and second of all, it's both hilly climbs. So what did we do? Just that. We didn't climb to the very top because I just called it a day. It's just more of the same beautiful gates, but we went like not even halfway up. A lot of stairs, doable, but yeah, we've had enough. So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you give me a starry thumb up, and you can subscribe to my channel. I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and bye. If you decide to come at night to avoid the crowds, be aware that the lights that light up the stairs are not exactly accurate and very strong, so it might make it difficult to find the right steps.